What's going on, guys? Dudley here, and welcome back to another episode of Road to Division 1, and we are playing Divisions. If you guys don't remember where we left off with 10 points in the division, and we need 3 more wins to get the title, I believe, or maybe it's 2 more wins. I don't remember, but we're still struggling to connect to opponents, apparently, and we're going to end up switching teams after these 3 games that you guys are about to see. We're going to end up switching teams because we've been using these teams for quite a while, and we've been playing a lot of tournaments with them, and this is the first time that I think we've gone into division with them. So we're going to be switching teams, and the first team that we come up against is a BPL team with Diego Costa and Sturridge up top, which is a very, very good goal-scoring threat. But there was something weird about this game, and I couldn't exactly pinpoint what it was. And here's a nice over-the-top through ball. He takes a horrible touch, passes it back to his goalkeeper. His goalkeeper doesn't clear fast enough, and I take the ball away. So at that point, I was like thinking, okay, there's nothing weird so far. He made a mistake. We get a goal, whatever. He then gets a goal back from a header. That's okay. Horrible defending on my part, but the rest of these goals, they're quite similar, except for, of course, the penalty. I get a penalty, a mistake he made with Company, takes down Serchi. Serchi's going to step up to this, and you know we're going to put this away, because we have a hard time not scoring penalties. Right down the middle we go, 2-1. And in this game, what I noticed is that over-the-top through balls, for whatever reason, were working wonders. And there it is again. And this is post-patch. But at the time, I didn't know. I didn't know that it was post-patch, so I wasn't exactly spamming over-the-top through balls. It's just a few that I did use. They were working. And I didn't notice at that time, and I could tell that no one else had noticed either, because no one else was spamming them quite yet. And if you play the game now, there's a lot of over-the-top through balls being spammed because they were buffed a little bit, and it's just it essentially feels like FIFA 14. They made defending a little bit easier, so it's harder to break down, and they buffed over the top through balls, which ironically defeats the purpose of easier defending, because you can essentially destroy the defense with one over the top through ball. Now, like I said, I noticed that something was off in the first game with the way passing was working, but in the rest of these games I didn't notice, and I think it's because the people who I was playing against didn't realize exactly what changes had been made, so they were just kind of playing the game and I guess trying to observe the changes. And because of that, these 2 games are actually pretty easy. I don't know exactly why they were so easy. Maybe I was really the better player, but this opponent was making a lot of weird mistakes, stupid mistakes really. Gave the ball away in the midfield. Higuain was through on goal, no problem. Then again, just pass it off from a corner, try to take a ridiculous shot. He clears it right away, right to Keita, who's going to pass it off right to Biabiani. Biabiani's going to smash that one in. And you guys will see a lot of those errors being made in this game by my opponent. Now, again, I don't know what it was, but there's another over-the-top through ball, perfectly placed to Keita. Keita's going to try and smash it through the top. Doesn't work. Fake shot, smash it in, but it actually bounces off of Callahan, and Callahan is actually credited with the goal. But that's what I'm talking about. The over-the-top through balls, they seem to actually be working. And at first, when I noticed that in these games, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And there was me being kind of a dick, chipping him. There's no reason to chip him and give him the dead fish. He wasn't playing his best, and there was no reason to embarrass him like that, but I did it anyways. There was at first I was kind of impressed. I was like, okay, over the top balls are back. That's okay, I suppose. They're not overpowered. But that's because people hadn't realized it quite yet. And if you play the game now, they are quite overpowered, because all people have to do is set their wingers to essentially stay forward when defending, and then get them to cut in and get in behind. So those are the 3 instructions that you can give your wingers and strikers whilst defending, and they will stay up top. And as soon as you get the ball back, you can throw an over-the-top through ball in, and you're through on goal. And I'm only telling you guys this because you're going to come up against it. And I think it's a little bit unfair that if you don't know, you could possibly lose a lot of games because you don't know. So I'm just telling you that right now. Now, if you guys don't know how to set custom instructions, I will show you guys in the next episode when I built the team, because on my alternate account, I started using them, and they are very, very effective. And I hadn't used custom instructions until this patch, so I can tell you that before they weren't needed, but the drastic change that they caused after this patch, they essentially make or break your game depending on whether your opponent is using custom tactics or not. So I'll show you guys how to set those up. You set them up during at the screen where you build your team, but like I said, I'll show you guys in the next episode how to build or how to set your custom instructions. Or I'm sure you could look it up if you don't want to wait for the next episode. But we essentially end up winning the title after a few games where that my opponents made some weird mistakes. I dominated possession, dominated shots, and we're able to walk away with 8k coins, which means we have around 82k coins to build a team with, I believe. And that means that we're going to have around 100 and something k to build another team. Now, with that being said, there was a market crash, so a lot of the players that I have won't be worth much, but we should be able to reach around 100k to build 2 new teams and essentially head into Division 4 and hopefully win it. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, let me know in the comment section below, and as always, have a great day or night depending on when you're watching this. Peace.